Hello students, welcome back to my channel. In today's session, we will once again discuss the concept of merge sort but with the help of an example. So let us start. So this is the same example which I had shown in the previous session. So as we all know, just to recall, divide and conquer methodology is used, or a technique is used, where merge sort algorithm first divides the entire array into a single element arrays, and after that it is going to call the merge concept or a two-way merge concept, and it is going to sort and merge the arrays in different steps until it is going to reach the final outcome. So this is what the example was all about, or the concept was all about. Now let us quickly see the algorithm as well, which we had seen. So first let us apply the divide method for the same. So this is the merge sort algorithm. So let me take the example. So we had 38, 27, 43, 3, 9, 82 and 10. So this is what our original array was. So if I had to apply this particular algorithm, which is written over here, let us see how it is going to work. So this is the divide method I'm talking about. So array L and H. So always remember L is going to be always 0 and H is going to be the last element. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. That is why L value is equal to 0 initially and H value is equals to 6. All right. So I'm checking if L is less than H. Of course, L is less than H. Then I'm going to go ahead and calculate the mid. Mid value is nothing but 0 plus 6 divided by 2, which is nothing but 3. So as you can see, 3 is here. Hence, I'm going to divide. This is going to be my midpoint. So the array will be divided in this way. So I'm going to get the array. So here I'm calling to merge sort of the from the midpoint. So I'm going to call merge sort of. So listen to this carefully. I'm passing the array. Then I'm passing the lower value, which is nothing but 0. So I'm going to directly write the number. The values, variable names are written here. And then mid. Mid is nothing but 3. All right. Similarly, I'm calling the next merge sort, which is nothing but merge sort of array. And mid plus 1 is nothing but 4. And the upper value or a high value, which is nothing but 6. Hence, as you can see, now array is divided into 38, 27, 43 and 3. And here it is divided as 9, 82 and 10. Now here is where most of the students make a mistake. Now remember, though lower value and high value was 0 and 6 for this particular array. Now when you are coming to this array, this is your lower and high value. Similarly, in this array, this is your going to be lower and high value. So accordingly, you need to calculate now. So calculate the midpoint. Midpoint is going to be 0 plus 3 divided by 2, which is nothing but 1.5, or you can take it as 1. Okay. So this is your 0, 1, 2, 3. Remember, index values will not change. And this is our 4, 5 and 6. Similarly, here if I am calculating, midpoint is 4 plus 6, which is 10 divided by 2. 10 divided by 2 is nothing but 5. Hence, 5 is going to be the midpoint. So this is the midpoint for us. And here, this is the midpoint. So as you can see, I'm going to further divide this in this way. So now here, once again, I'm going to call the function merge sort of array. Remember, I'm only talking about this. So which means lower value and mid is 1. And this part is going to be divided as merge sort of array. Mid plus 1 is nothing but 2, comma, upper value, which is nothing but the arrays are going to be 28, 27, 43 and 3. I hope it is clear. Now similarly, this is going to be merge sort of array, comma, the lower value is 4 and mid value is 5. Hence the array is going to be 9 and 82. And this is going to be divided called as merge sort of array comma mid plus 1 is nothing but 6 and high value is also 6 and hence this is going to be 10. Okay. Now remember, every time we are calling this merge sort, it is so every time I'm calling this merge sort, this is going to call further two merge sorts and this is going to call further two merge sorts. So every time you're calling a merge sort, which is nothing but you're entering once again here, remember you will also have to check the lower should be less than high. So in all this case, lower is less than high, lower is less than high, lower is less than high, but only in this case lower is equal to high, which means I'm not going to further divide it. Okay, so whenever lower and high value becomes equal, it is understood that we have reached a single element array. All right. Now once again, I'm going to calculate the mid value. So this index was 0 and 1. 0 plus 1 divided by 2 is nothing but 0.5 you're going to get, which is nothing but 0. Hence 0 is going to be the midpoint here. So this is going to be the midpoint. Hence I'm going to divide the array into 28. So this call is going to be a merge sort of array comma 0 comma 0. As you can see, lower is equal to higher. Similarly, this is going to be merge sort of mid plus 1 is nothing but 1 comma high value is nothing but 1. Of course, array is there. Once again, here also we are going to have lower is equal to higher. We will stop the iteration. Here when I calculate the midpoint, of course the index was 2 comma 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 divided by 2 is nothing but I'm going to get 2.5, which is nothing but 2. Hence, this is my midpoint. So, I'm going to divide it over here. And the call is going to be merge sort of array, comma, lower, comma, mid. Again, 2, comma 2 we are getting. Hence, this is only a single value. This is further going to be divided as merge sort of array comma mid plus 1 is 3 comma higher value is 3. Hence this is 3. Okay. Similarly here let us calculate the midpoint. 4 and 5 were the index. 4 plus 5 is nothing but 9. 9 divided by 2 is nothing but 4.5. 4.5 means we are going to take only the integer value. Hence midpoint is going to be 4. I'm going to call the function merge sort of array comma 4 comma 4. Hence it is a single element. I'm going to stop dividing. Similarly here it is going to be 82 and then this 10 we are not going to further divide. Let me keep it as it is. All right. So next, once again, when this call happens, once again, when we are entering the algorithm, this particular condition fails. Hence, we are going to iterate back. All right. So here the merge sort ends. The moment this if condition becomes false, remember we are going to call the merge function. Now, in order to do this merge function, how we are going to work? So this merge function, as you can see, I am going to merge these two. All right. So whenever I am merging these two, listen very carefully. The function call is merge of. Now what is the lower value here? Now lower value is lower, mid and high. So this is the lower value I am going to take. This is the mid value. This is the mid plus 1 value and this is the higher value. Hence I am going to take 0, comma, mid is 0, comma, high is 1. Okay, so this is what I am going to merge. So whenever I am merging this is how the merge call is going to be. Similarly, here it is going to be merge of 2, 2, 3. Hence I am going to merge these. Here it is going to be merge of 4, 4, 6. So this is how I'm going to merge. Sorry, not 6. This is going to be 5. All right. So I'm going to first merge these. So let us see that in the merge code. Call the code. So this is going to be, I'm going to do the merge sort of these two, and I'm going to leave it as it is. So when I'm combining here, I'm going to take another array called as C, and this is the lower value. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, initially I'm going to take I is equals to the lower values. As you can see, the lower value between these two is 0, and high I am going to take it as the highest value, or j I'm going to take it as a highest value, which is 1. Okay, so which means now I is going to be pointing here, j is going to be pointing here. Now every time we have to check the mid value, I should be always less than or equal to the mid value, and similarly j should be always less than or equal to the high value, because we do not want to cross from here. Similarly, I do not want I to cross from here. So the first thing I'm going to check is whether a of I is greater than less than a of j. So in this case it is not, so which means j is lesser. So whichever is lesser, I'm going to simply copy that element over here and increment the j value. So now j value is going to get incremented to 2. Now remember, here high value was 1 and low value was 0. Okay, so I'm going to copy that and increment the I value, and k is the pointer which is going to be pointing at this particular array. So k is also going to be incremented. Now once again I'm going to check whether I is less than mid. Yes, it is true. Also I'm going to check whether j is less than high, which is false in this case. Hence I will exit this. Now, as we have already seen in the previous session, the moment we come out of the loop, we need to also check that whether there are any other elements left in the array. For example, in this particular array, there are elements left. So I'm going to once again check whether I is less than or equal to mid. So in this case, it is true, which means there is some element, and I'm going to simply copy that element into my array and increment the I value. So I value is going to become 1. And once again, I am going to check whether now I value is less than or equal to mid. As we know that mid value is 0, since I value is increment to 1, this also be going to become false. Hence, we are sure that there are no elements left in this. Similarly, I will check for j. I will check if j is less than or equal to high value, which is false in this case. Hence, I know that I have combined all the elements of these two array, and then I can exit the algorithm. Okay, so that is how merge sort works. Now the next merge is merge between lower value is 2, mid value is 2, and higher value is 3. Now just like how I explained before, this is going to be the L value, this is going to be the mid value, and this is going to be the high value. I is going to be 2, j is going to be 3. We have to check whether I is less than or equal to 3, and j must be less than or equal to high, which is, this is 2 mid value, and this should be less than high. So I value is going to be here, j value is going to be here. We will have a temporary array named C, and k is the pointer. So I'm going to compare now a of I and a of j, which is smallest. As you can see, a of j is smallest, hence I'm going to store it over here and increment the value of j to 4. So the moment I increment the value of j to 4 and I compare, this particular condition is going to become false, hence I'll exit the loop. So once I exit the loop, I need to check and see that whether there are any other elements left in the array. Hence I'll come back to this particular array and I will see whether I value is less than or equal to mid, which is true in this case, which means there is an element. Hence I will straight away copy the element of a of I into C, which is nothing but 43 is going to be stored here, as we have already incremented the value of k. All right. And also I value is going to be getting incremented to 3. So when I check the condition whether I value is less than or equal to 3, it is false. Hence I will exit the loop and we have a sorted array here. Now similarly, there is a merge algorithm which gets called here after this particular division of the algorithm. So I'm going to call the lower value, mid value, and the higher value. So I value will get the lower value. This is lower, higher. This is lower, mid, and higher. I value will get the lower value, and j value will get the higher value. And I should be always less than or equal to mid, and j should be always less than or equal to high. So when I compare 9 and 82, I know that a of I is lesser. Hence, I'm going to copy the value of a of I into C and then increment the value of I, which will fail this particular condition. Hence, I will exit the loop. Next, I will check if there are any other element left in the other array. So when I'm checking the condition whether j is less than or equal to 5, it is true. Hence, we understand that there is an element. So we'll simply copy that element into the array and increment the value of j, which in turn will fail this particular condition and our array is sorted. And this 10 we already have, since it is a single element, we are not going to go ahead and merge it. Okay. So after the completion of these three merge calls, these are the three elements we are left with. So now what we are going to do is we are going to combine this two and these two in a similar manner. So what is going to happen? One example I will show you. So here merge is going to be called and the lower value here is 0 and the mid value, remember, mid value between these two is going to be calculated, and that is going to be, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 3 divided by 2. Hence it is 1. It is going to be 1. And the higher value is nothing but 3. Similarly here, merge of the lower value is 4, mid value is 5, and the upper value of 6 is going to happen. So just like how we did this, after the completion of this, we are going to get the array 3, 27, 38, and 43. Similarly, after the completion of this, we are going to get the value 9, 10, and 82. So once again, the merge function is going to be called here. Merge function is going to call 0. And this is 0, 1, 2, 3. Between these two, this is 4, 5, and 6. The middle value is going to be 3. And then upper value is going to be 6. And once again, we will have I value here, we will have j value here. They are going to do the comparison until and unless it is going to be less than mid. Now, all this explanation, detailed explanation of this two-way merge is in the already discussed in the previous video. So if you're getting confused in any of these steps, kindly go through that. I have explained it in a very detailed manner. All right. So as we have discussed here, this is going to continue until we are going to get a complete single array where my value is going to be 3, 9, 10, 27, 38, 43, and 82. So this is the final output of my merge sort. All right. So this is how a merge sort works. If there is any doubts, kindly comment in the comment section and I'll try to clear your doubts. All right. So thank you for watching. Keep learning.